Before you skip this video, imagine getting a voice note from someone you love and realizing you opened it 1 year too late. Now imagine the last thing they ever said was, "I didn't want to bother you," at exactly 1:43 a.m. Jason found an unopened message from his younger brother, a message sent the same night. His brother disappeared forever, and what he heard next destroyed him for life. Jason sat alone in the dark apartment. Rain tapped softly against the windows while the city outside kept moving like nothing happened. Cars passed, people laughed, lights flashed across buildings. But inside that room, everything felt empty. The only thing glowing was his phone screen. Jason leaned back on the couch and rubbed his tired eyes. Another long day, another sleepless night, another moment pretending success had made him happy. His apartment looked perfect from the outside. Luxury watch on the table, expensive shoes near the door, laptop full of business deals. But none of those things could silence the guilt living inside him, because for 11 months, he had been haunted by one thing, an unopened voice note from his younger brother, Daniel. Jason stared at the screen. His hands slowly started shaking. Because that message was sent on the exact same night, Daniel disappeared. No goodbye, no explanation, nothing. For almost a year, Jason never opened the message. Every time he tried, fear stopped him. Fear of hearing pain. Fear of hearing disappointment. Fear that maybe his brother's final words would break him forever. But tonight felt different. Maybe because loneliness finally became heavier than fear. Jason swallowed hard, then whispered softly, "Please don't hate me." And finally, he pressed play. Static cracked through the speaker. A few seconds of silence. Then Daniel's voice appeared softly. "Hey, bro." Jason instantly covered his mouth. It sounded so real. For 1 second, it felt like Daniel was still alive. "I know you're probably busy again." Busy. That word hit Jason like a knife, because he had used that word for everything. Too busy to answer calls, too busy to visit family, too busy to listen, too busy to notice someone falling apart. Daniel continued softly, "I just wanted to hear your voice today." Tears instantly filled Jason's eyes, because memories started flooding back all at once. Daniel waiting outside his office in the rain. Daniel texting, "You free today?" Daniel calling 3 times in one night. And Jason replying hours later with the same cold sentence every single time. "Sorry, bro. Busy." Back then, Jason believed success required sacrifice. He thought grinding every hour made him important. He thought money would fix everything. But sitting alone in the dark that night, he finally realized something terrifying. Money can buy comfort, but it cannot buy back moments. The voice note continued. Daniel sounded tired now, like someone trying hard not to break. "Things feel really heavy lately." Jason's breathing became uneven, because for the first time, he heard the pain hidden behind Daniel's smile. Then Daniel gave a small laugh, but it sounded broken. "It's okay, though. I don't want to bother you." Jason completely broke down, because those 6 words destroyed him. "I don't want to bother you." Sometimes people say that, not because they're okay, but because they already feel invisible. Jason remembered their childhood instantly. 2 brothers sharing one tiny room, late-night conversations, dreams about becoming successful someday. Daniel always believed in him, always defended him, always supported him. When Jason failed exams, Daniel motivated him. When Jason got rejected from jobs, Daniel stayed awake all night encouraging him. When Jason finally became successful, Daniel was the happiest person in the room. And somehow, that same brother slowly became the person Jason ignored the most. Not intentionally, just gradually. One missed call became two, two became 10, then months passed. And now, only a voice note remained. The recording became silent for a few seconds. Jason could hear breathing, heavy breathing, like Daniel was trying not to cry. Then finally, Daniel spoke again. "You always told me to stay strong." A pause. "I'm trying, bro." Jason looked down at the floor, completely shattered, because people always called him motivational, strong, disciplined, focused. But nobody ever taught him how to recognize pain hiding behind silence. Daniel continued quietly, but honestly. His voice cracked. "I'm tired." Jason couldn't breathe properly anymore. His chest felt tight. Because suddenly he realized something most people understand too late. The strongest people often suffer silently. The funniest friend, the smiling brother, the quiet son. Sometimes they're carrying storms nobody sees. And the saddest part? Most people only notice after losing them. Jason replayed the sentence in his head again. "I'm tired." 3 simple words. But behind those words was a human being begging to be understood. The recording kept going. "I know you're building your future. And I'm proud of you." Jason cried even harder. Because even in pain, Daniel still sounded loving, still supportive, still proud. That destroyed him the most. Then came the sentence Jason would remember forever. "I hope one day you realize." A pause. "People need love more than advice." Silence. The recording ended. Jason stared at the screen motionless, like the world had stopped spinning. For a long time, he said nothing. Then suddenly, he broke down completely. Not quiet tears, not normal crying, the kind of pain that shakes your entire soul. Because in that moment, Jason realized success had blinded him. He spent years chasing achievement while ignoring human connection. He learned how to make money, but forgot how to be present, forgot how to listen, forgot how to love properly. And now, the one person who believed in him most was gone. The apartment suddenly felt colder. Jason slowly looked around the room. The awards on the shelf looked meaningless. The expensive furniture felt empty. The silence became unbearable, because no amount of money can comfort a guilty heart. At 3 a.m., Jason opened Daniel's old social media profile. He scrolled through photos for hours, birthdays, family dinners, random selfies, and in almost every picture, Daniel was smiling, big smile, bright eyes, happy energy, and that terrified Jason the most. Because pain doesn't always look sad. Sometimes the people suffering the most smile the hardest. The next morning, Jason did something he hadn't done in years. He called his mother, then his father, then old friends. Not for business, not for networking, not because he needed something. Just to say, "I appreciate you." Some cried, some stayed silent, but every single person sounded surprised, because people are not used to hearing love out loud anymore. We live in a world where everybody is connected, but nobody feels seen. Everybody posts, everybody scrolls, everybody reacts, but very few people truly listen. And maybe that's why so many people suffer silently. Jason finally understood something that night. Life is unpredictable. One ignored call can become permanent regret. One delayed reply can become your last chance. One "I'll call later" can turn into guilt that lasts forever. Maybe right now, someone in your contacts feels alone. Maybe someone is waiting for you to notice them. Maybe somebody smiles every day while secretly falling apart inside. And maybe one message from you could change everything. Not tomorrow, not someday, today. Because sometimes the strongest people cry in silence. And sometimes the biggest regrets begin with, "I thought I had more time." That night changed Jason forever. Not because he became richer, not because he became more successful, but because he finally understood the true meaning of being alive. Success means nothing if the people you love feel alone while you're chasing it. Before this video ends, I want you to do one thing. Message someone you care about. Call your parents. Check on your friend. Tell someone they matter. Because love delayed becomes regret. And if this story touched your heart, comment, "I will check on my people." Subscribe to Eternal Drive Motivation. Because some stories don't just entertain you, they change the way you live forever.